All right. Let's see. Don't want to go in there yet. Like, there's a lot of places that you'll need to go into, honestly. And we should get jumped. Yeah, right here. Yeah. I don't know either, man. I think I have a laser rifle. Let's put that on. Yeah, we have plenty of ammo. So, oh. Come on, you can get him. Wow, he's really quick. Okay, game. There we go. Jeez. OP. So what we want to do is we want to go into this area. This is the Old Mormon Fort. We'll pick up a quest here. It'll be pretty easy to knock out. And then we're going to go to the Atomic Wrangler. So I guess... No, she's out here. But what you want to do is you want to come in here. There's a trophy for collecting all the snow globes. We have the one in Good Springs. I'll have to check where all the other ones are, but I believe there's... Well, I know there's... I mean, I know where a few are. It's really not too tricky, but I have to burp. Just kidding. Felt like I had to throw up. So here we have the snow globe for Mormon Fort. We found a limited edition Mojave landmark snow globe, and that's a trophy to find all of them. So we will do that as well. We'll complete all that. We need to find the New Vegas medical clinic too. That's a pretty good spot to go to. I'm trying to think. There's some so what we're gonna be finding is most of, or all of the Freeside, which is the town we're in. We'll learn more about it. It's kind of like the ghetto of the strip, where it's like just attached to it, and there's a lot of poor communities. So.
Hello. Are you here to drop off medical supplies? Leave them with the rest in the middle of the courtyard.
You need medical supplies?
Rates of injury and illness in Freeside are very high. Supplies don't last long.
What do you need?
Med-X, Radaway, and Fixer are Freeside essentials. I can't pay you for any supplies you bring in, but I could discount the charge for our services.
You got yourself a deal.
Just come see me when you've got some supplies to turn in.
Seems like you need a steady supply, not just whatever I can grab for you.
So far, the Crimson Caravan won't cut us a deal. If you can convince them or some other merchant to work with us, I'll discount supplies to you.
Which merchants might be willing to make a deal?
You might ask around at Mick and Ralph's, or go see the Garretts, though I suspect they're too busy poisoning Freeside to help it out.
Let's talk about something else.
What do you want to talk about?
Things seem pretty rough here in Freeside.
More than rough. It's a damn mess. Freeside townies are constantly picking fights with NCR civilians. Thugs and thieves are always looking for a victim, and the local families are just sitting back making caps on the mess. Freeside is in dire need, but no one has been man enough to step up. The followers can only do so much to stem the tide.
Is there anything I can do to help?
There is always something needing done. A few souls here in Freeside could be great assets to the community if they'd kick their addictions. We need a regular supply of medicine organized, but the Crimson Caravan wants too many caps for what we need. Lastly, tensions between the townies and NCR tourists have been going downhill fast lately. A lot of innocent people will get hurt if things blow up.
You said something about helping addicts.
Yes, old Bill Ronte and Jacob Hoff. They're not going to kick their habits on their own.
Tell me about Bill Ronte.
Old Bill Ronte is an exceptionally skilled machinist. He could fix the problems we've been having with Freeside's water pump, if he sobered up.
Tell me about Jacob.
The Garretts hooked Jacob on chems when he was working for them. Ironic, since he used to homebrew detox chems. He's a natural chemist.
Where should I start looking?
In Freeside, the drunks and drug addicts flock in and around the Atomic Wrangler. I'd start there.
Alright, I'll see what I can do to help them.
Sobering them up and putting them back to work would go a long way toward helping Freeside.
Alright, I'd like to talk about something else.
What do you want to talk about?
You know, some guy who had the same haircut as me, or same haircut as you, robbed me. It's weird. So there's other people in this area we want to talk to, but we will do that later. So what we're gonna do now, since we got a hint of it, we're gonna go to the Atomic Wrangler and talk to people there. Hopefully there is some jobs that they have too, and hopefully they can help with certain things. So we'll see how that goes. And then we will help out those chem addicts and, you know, see what other work, or if they have work at the Atomic Wrangler for us to do. So we'll just knock that out, and then we'll probably go some exploring. All right. So I think the Atomic Wrangler. So there's the Kings, Silver Rush, Atomic Wrangler. Oh, that's cool. It's a cowboy riding a.
Lasers, plasma, pistols, grenades. We've got it all.
I'm sure you do. So we'll go in here. All right. Oh, you two seem like the people in charge. Let's talk to you.
Welcome to the Atomic Wrangler. What can I get you?
Do you have any work you need done around here?
I have some work I need handled. Back before we instituted the caps up front rule, we used to allow customers tabs. Well, needless to say, a few customers snuck out without paying their bills. We need someone to collect. The job would pay a percentage.
What kind of caps are we talking here?
If you bring all their debts back, we'll give you a cut of each. 25% is more than fair. It would add up to 150 caps if you bring them all in.
Hey. Actually, this kind of work costs time and money. 50-50 would cover my expenses.
All right, 50-50 it is. But you better bring back all of the caps. If we hear you crossed us, the next bounty hunter will be coming for you.
I'm not scared. You've got yourself a deal.
Great. There are 3 people who need to be tracked down. A real mixed basket of fruits. Their names are Grex, Santiago, and Lady Jane.
Grex?
Grex is a bit cracked, but mostly harmless. Just don't mention anything about his lazy eye. He owes 138 caps and should still be around Freeside.
Lady Jane.
Lady Jane fancies herself a high roller, but she's just another dirtbag NCR prospector. I'm not sure where to find her. I hear she's run goods for the followers of the apocalypse in the past, but other locals might know more. She owes us 250 caps.
And Santiago?
Santiago is a suave son of a bitch, but a total pansy when it comes to fisticuffs. He owes 212 caps and should be around Freeside as well.
All right, that's all for now.
Anything else you need?
Nah, I'm gonna go.
See ya.
Hey man, you seem important too. Let's talk to you.
Welcome to the Atomic Wrangler. What can I get you?
We're not gonna do this just yet. Do you have any work you need done?
We've got the basics covered, but now you mention it, we have had unusual requests from some of our wealthier customers. If you can recruit escorts to match these customers' proclivities, I'd be willing to pay you finder's fees.
What sort of proclivities are we talking about?
Our wealthiest client has a thing for ghouls and a thing for cowboys. He wants an escort who can satisfy both fetishes. Plenty of customers have said they'd be willing to pay extra for a suave talker, someone who can fake the boyfriend experience real good. And then there's these disgusting robot fetishists you may have heard about. Well, those creeps want a sex bot. If you ever run across a sex bot, not that I'd ever want one within 100 feet of me, but I gotta be a businessman about it.
I'll see if I can run across any suitable candidates.
Just direct them to the Wrangler. I'll pay you when they show up.
All right, see you, man.
See ya.
It's a Wang Dang Atomic Tango. All right, so we're gonna knock this out real quick. Might as well start over here. Over here is a followers guy, or an addict. So we'll talk to him. Bill Ronte.
You seen Dixon around? He said he'd be back today.
Julia Farkas sent me to help you sober up.
Julie? I love Julie. She's such a nice lady. One time I was working on the water pump and she came over, put her hand on my shoulder and told me I was doing a great job. Great job, she says. I just choked up and didn't say nothing. Compliments are so rare these days.
You should take your beard and put it on the top of your head, and then you would look handsome. Why don't you stop drinking?
Drop drinking? I've been drinking for a straight month. Listen, I've tried to stop, but the withdrawal symptoms are so bad, I feel like I'm gonna die. I can't stop now.
How can you afford so much alcohol?
Dixon sells me booze dirt cheap. It does the job, but it tastes like paint thinner, and I feel like I'm gonna die if I stop drinking for a day. I swear that guy's trying to kill me, but what can I do? Drinking other booze doesn't cure the sickness like his.
All right, goodbye. All right, cool. So we have to take care of the drug dealer. We'll go on the Silver Rush later. That has more quests, but right now I want to just knock out these real quick because that'll take its own. That'll be its own video basically, just with all the work they want us to do. So, basically now we want to head down this way. There should be 2 people we want to talk to, and so we'll knock that out real quick. And then I'm trying to think. Yeah, the rest should be in the other loading area, so we'll just knock these 2 out, and should be all fine and dandy. Lady Jane should be over here. There is more to do with her, but I'm just gonna knock it out with a speech check just because. We can go and get her stuff later, I believe.
Hello. Lovely to meet you.
Why are you sitting on the ground next to a tire fire? I was hired by the Garretts to track you down.
In that case, I suppose you're here to collect. I apologize, but I simply do not have enough caps on me to cover the debt. If someone were to recover my caravan from that cave, I could easily pay in full, but who would bother with such a mess?
Jane, I can tell you're lying through your teeth.
Damn. I didn't want to hand over all of my caps because I won't have enough to get home to California. Here, take it all. I'll find my way home one way or another.
Better start selling the ass. Hey man, you look pretty unique. What's your name?
You look new to Freeside, so here's a little advice, friend. Don't go past the Southgate greeter without talking to it first.
Why would I want to go past the greeter?
Those bots are programmed to vaporize anyone who enters the fenced-in area without authorization from the greeter.
Thanks for the free advice. Who are you?
The name's Old Ben. I've been living in Freeside since the day I was born.
What's your story?
I've done a bit of everything around here. Courier, butcher, crier, escort, gun for hire. Some of which I'm not proud of, but I do my best to help around town when needed.
Courier? I used to be a courier before I got shot in the head.
Exactly one of the reasons I got out of that job. Too many shifty characters looking to have someone else move their hot items.
Butcher, how'd you get into that?
My father ran a butcher shop here in town, but business went downhill when another vendor started selling this strange meat at half our prices.
It's probably human meat. That sounds odd.
You're telling me. Not long after my father's shop went under and he passed away from the loss, people around town started experiencing shakes. No one gets shakes like that unless they're eating human flesh. But no one would believe me. The sick bastard gradually went insane and passed away. Wasn't long before someone moved into the guy's place and found half-buried human remains in the crawl space. I didn't bother saying told you so.
Yeah, human meat. Crier, what was that job?
After a while, I made enough money to get a passport into Vegas. Back then, you could get approved for entry for a fraction of what it costs now. Well, I got a job working as a crier outside of the Tops, advertising for the local talent performing at the casino. That didn't last long.
What happened?
Well, being a suave young guy, I chatted up the ladies from time to time, and one of the manager's girls started to take a liking to me. I never touched the woman, but the jealous prick decided it was my time to go. He framed me by saying I'd stolen from the casino. Sure enough, a few grand was missing from the casino vault. I have to assume the bastard stole the funds and figured I was a convenient fall guy.
That's, well, wrong place at the wrong time if you ask me.
Yeah, shit indeed happens. I was stripped of my casino apartment and all of my belongings and booted back into Freeside. From there, I didn't have a lot of career options, as my rep was destroyed. So the escort job sort of fell into my lap. No pun intended.
You said escort, like armed guard?
Well, I suppose you could look at it that way, but I was packing a whole different kind of heat. No, escort just sounds better than man-whore.
So you got paid for sex?
Yep. I was damn good at my job, too. but after a while I just felt like a piece of meat and had to quit.
Gun for hire?
When I quit the escort job, I had enough money to buy a pistol belt and some other gear. Bodyguards make a good, honest living, and I had the wits and physical build to handle most thugs. After saving a few tourists from trouble, I got a reputation for being a stand-up guy again, and after a decade, managed to save up enough to retire.
Congrats, man. Let's talk about something else.
All right.
How would you like to work for the Garretts?
I'm retired, but life has been a bit dull without some kind of action. What's the job?
James Garrett needs a real boyfriend experience for more discerning patrons.
Ah, I get you. So you think because of my past escort work, I'd be interested in that kind of thing. I got out of that work because it just made me feel empty inside. What makes you think I would ever go back to that degradation?
You're a beacon of light in some people's depressing existence. Your work is art.
You know what? You're right. I looked at the whole thing from the wrong angle. I suppose I could be a loving muse to some, while simply relieve stress and tension in others. Thanks for that insight. Tell Garrett I'd be happy to start at the Wrangler immediately. This should be a nice change of pace from retirement.
Yes, it should. Hey, let's go see what these guys are up to. Oh, man, what's this guy doing?
You have entered a restricted...
Dude, I mean, he could have made it into this trip. All right. Well, he fucked up. So looks like we got one of our escorts done and one of our debts collected. So we have 2 debts left and 2 escorts to find. So we can do that all in the next area, and we need to find the dealer for Bill Ronte. So we'll knock that out real quick, and then we're going to continue the quest, Heartache by the Number. We're just gonna go to there and talk to the lady in charge, and hopefully we will, you know, find some work to do. So this next area we'll probably be moving around a lot. It shouldn't be too difficult. I'm gonna try and time it out pretty easily, so we'll see how that goes. I'm thinking the quickest way, I guess we have to go into the old Mormon fort twice anyways, or we have to go into a loading screen that I wasn't, well, not that I wasn't aware of, but that I have to go to just because. So let's go talk to Lazy Eye or Droopy Eye or whatever his name is. Oh, looks like people are wanting to attack us because Eddie made his, whatever, they'll kill him. It'll be all good. Yep, they're firing. Come on, you're scaring the dude. You really can't hit this one guy. He has a spoon in his hand. Alright, cool. Hey, Ghoulface. Where are you running to? God damn it, Eddie. Stop running away from me. You're barely fast. Are you about to loot this guy? Oh. Okay, he had a tire and iron, not a spoon. Come on, man. Slow down. Do not fucking die. I'm gonna be pissed.